And now, the 2015 NCMPR Medallion Award-winning Studio Bergen.
Hi, I'm Larry Levanka, and welcome to Studio Bergen, your connection to the state's #1 college for associate degree graduates 3 years in a row. It's time once again for our countdown.
Number 10.
Alumni sampled pretzels and brats last month during an Oktoberfest celebration sponsored by the Bergen Community College Foundation at the Dog and Cast Craft Pub. Attendees sampled seasonal fare as they reconnected with their peers. We had a chance to speak with two of them, Michelle Hayes and Luis Rivera, now a married couple who met at Bergen, own a company together, and are committed to giving back.
Bergen gave me the right path towards life. I mean, I use it within my career. It gave me confidence in order to go out and just accomplish things that I didn't even imagine before even starting Bergen. So I feel like I owe a lot to Bergen, and that's why I try to give back.
The same way they brought out the best in me, I want to make sure I want to give everybody that opportunity to bring out the best in them. I was fortunate to be a recipient of the Shiarko Scholarship, and that having someone believe in me, I want to make sure that I pass that on and pass that forward, so someone else can feel that gratification, that excitement that they're doing something positive with themselves and they move forward.
That wasn't the only foundation event last month either, and this one had superheroes.
Number 9.
Heroes, both real and imagined, descended upon Bergen for the inaugural Hero 5K run, which saw attendees dress up as superheroes as they supported the college's heroes. It's approximately 200 U.S. military veterans. More than 100 runners and family members turned out to support the cause. Proceeds from the event will benefit Bergen veterans and the foundation. The Department of Wellness and Exercise Science co-sponsored the run.
Number 8.
Bergen faculty lent their voices to a new publication produced by the college this semester, the Bergen Community College Journal of Scholarly Teaching. The publication features 9 diverse submissions from faculty writing on topics such as introductory economics and effective online teaching strategies. We had the opportunity to speak with some of them about why they took advantage.
I, look to kind of build upon this and hopefully submit more, works in the future. But this particular one, being the fact that it's the first publication, was something that was special and something that I hope to use as a springboard to get more involved within Bergen activities and, get involved in more scholarly endeavors.
It was an exciting opportunity to write about what I enjoy, which also, the thing I enjoy, I integrate into my teaching, which is really neat. And that is, I enjoy African art, traditional African art. And when you think of African art, we're really talking about the art of 30, 40 countries in sub-Saharan Africa.
One of the things that I really like about the college is the idea of research, the idea of being able to contribute to a greater understanding of the world around us. I answer the call of my students. My students, they constantly ask me what are different ways in which people can get involved. And you know what? I felt like this was one of those different ways in which I, as a faculty member, can give back to the students in terms of my overall research.
Number 7.
As it does every October, Bergen once again celebrated Latino Heritage Month. A variety of events, speakers, workshops, and performances highlighted the festivities, which sought to promote cultural understanding and awareness. 1/4 of Bergen's students are Hispanic. Keynote speaker Dr. Elisa Abella, an assistant vice president of AT&T Research Labs, focused her talk on encouraging students to expand their horizons and to consider new fields.
Quite often, I think students, especially in this particular group, the minority students or Latinos, they think that the only avenue for them to work and help people is to become a nurse or maybe a technician. But in fact, engineers have done so much for society and to help people that that's what I'm here to help them understand, the possibilities and opportunities for them with a STEM degree. And I also want to give them a sense for examples of what they could do with a STEM degree.
Number 6.
Featuring college faculty, government officials, and clergy, last month's Race and Diversity in Suburbia, Police and Community Working Together, discussed one of the hottest social issues in the U.S. today. The relationship between race, diversity, community, and law enforcement brought nearly 200 attendees to campus, including Bergen County Executive Jim Tedesco III, Bergen County Police Chief Association President Frank Regino, and Professor Phil Dolce, who discussed how the suburbs impact this topic.
What we're doing here is we are trying to see, we're going to try to merge not only what police do, what the community does, but how it comes together in this sense of place of the middle landscape. You have 70 different communities here. How do we deal with a situation like that?
Number 5.
United States voters elect a new president this year, and Bergen faculty, staff, and students made their voices known during a number of events. The first, a flash mob focused on the importance of voting and exercising your right to do so, randomly appeared in the Student Center unbeknownst to onlookers. Bergen faculty member Anne-Marie Prendergrast coordinated the spontaneous gathering, which featured a hip-hop rap made specifically for the event. And that wasn't all when it came to politics.
Number 4.
Between pepperoni and party lines, pizza and politics saw students and staff discuss the presidential debates. Student Government Association President David DeLizio participated, but said he watched the debates and found himself wanting more from the candidates.
I'd really like to see actually more facts in the debates that have been presented lately to really, have confidence and faith when I vote in November. That way I know what I'm voting for.
All in all, he believes the candidates remain second to the importance of the institution and the process.
This election, regardless of which way anyone votes, it really is extraordinarily important for our age group, that 18 to 25 age bracket, to go out and vote. Because especially when politicians, regardless, no matter what they're going to say, they look for that in that voting, and it's very important for our age group to vote. That way our voice is actually heard and our opinions are taken into consideration.
Number 3.
Maybe I'm dating myself, but Bergen grads have made a Cuba Gooding Jr.-like request to employers to show them the money, and they've answered. With average annual earnings of $65,600, Bergen graduates rank number 11 in the U.S. for mid-career salaries, according to PayScale, the online compensation database. The company, which released its 2016-17 college salary report this month, reviewed data from nearly 400 associate degree granting institutions. Mid-career graduates have 10 years of experience in their field. Careers driving this ranking include dental hygiene, nursing, and diagnostic medical sonography, fields that rank first, third, and fourth for early career salaries, according to PayScale. Bergen's continued emphasis on STEM has also paid dividends for students. 7 of PayScale's top 10 highest-paying careers for associate degree graduates are in STEM fields. And speaking of STEM,
Number 2.
it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a balloon sent 96,000 feet into space by Bergen STEM students. The college's STEM Student Union and advisors Dr. Paul Griffo, Dr. Joe Sivo, and Luis de Abreu spent more than a year planning a high-altitude balloon launch to photograph images of the Earth. Project leader William Corcoran gave us an idea of what this atmosphere is like.
The sky is black. Like you're up there by space. You can see the curvature of the Earth. You can see the weather systems moving around and stuff like that. It's pretty high.
With the use of drones, video, and a smaller tethered balloon, the team completed 3 test flights this summer, setting the stage for an August 9th launch at Lackawanna State Park in Pennsylvania. Student Melissa Bowman said the talents of many individuals made the project a success.
I think it took us about the whole summer to prep for what we were doing. So like we were, a lot of us were doing bits and pieces of, we had people doing programs, we had others working on soldering. It was a whole, so it like took us basically the whole summer to prepare for, even so further back then.
The balloon, outfitted with 2 video cameras, a microprocessor programmed to collect data on air pressure, temperature, and acceleration, several GPS tracking devices, and even a homemade selfie stick with a photograph of the team affixed to it, enabled the group to capture an image of themselves in space, topped out at approximately 96,000 feet, essentially the height of the maximum concentration of the ozone layer. Retrieval proved tricky, though, as the balloon crashed back to Earth about an hour after bursting and more than 2 miles from the forecasted landing site. The team trekked through deep forest, rugged trails, and insect nests before locating the once airborne cargo. Nicholas Jankowski acknowledged the stickiness of that part, but said it was worth it.
Well, we had to go through a forest, so that was a bit tough, but you know, it felt great. I mean, a lot of stuff worked, and you know, we were pretty successful, so it felt good to be a part of that team.
The team hopes to launch another balloon next year during a total solar eclipse in August. And there's more good news this month. Thanks to the federal government, there's no reason this type of innovation at Bergen will have to stop.
Number 1.
Recognizing Bergen's commitment to STEM, the federal government has awarded the institution a 5-year, $5.3 million grant to prepare 2,500 students for graduation and careers. The STEMatics initiative builds on a 2011 $3.8 million U.S. Department of Education grant that funded the 5-year Graduation Pathway to Success project at Bergen, which raised STEM enrollment by 67%. Dean of Math, Science, and Technology, Dr. P.J. Riccado, said the grant will further support existing initiatives and spur new ones.
Well, we're very excited to have a brand new STEM initiative on campus. It's a 5-year, $5.3 million grant. It has 11 activities that are designed to increase retention, recruitment, and advising of students in any of the STEM fields, which include mathematics, all of the sciences, and students who are interested in going into engineering after they transfer from Bergen.
The grant will serve all of Bergen's STEM students and provide particular support for first-time, full-time, degree-seeking Hispanic, low-income, and at-risk students, cohorts who have faced barriers to entering STEM fields. Bergen will seek to reverse these trends by boosting academic performance through increased faculty intervention, hands-on experiences, and industry interaction. The grant will also include a research and assessment of the students' progress, which will be reported back to the federal government. Key to the grant are these 11 activities, including supplemental instruction, according to Dean Riccado.
So supplemental instruction is when you embed a tutor into the science or math course. So picture a calculus course that's, one of the most difficult courses that we have on campus. And so a tutor will be assigned to attend the classes with the professor so they see exactly what's going on in the class. And then afterwards, the tutor would meet with all the individuals in the class so that he or she would present the material again in a different format or be willing to answer any of the students' questions. So rather than ordinary tutoring where the tutor is constantly guessing, is this important to the tutor will have been right there in the class.
Partners for internships and employment include Triangle Manufacturing, Stryker, UPS, Orange and Rockland Utilities, and PSE&G. The college will also partner with baccalaureate institutions to streamline the path to a 4-year degree. Ultimately, Bergen officials believe the grant will provide the means for creating a series of best practices that will improve outcomes for STEM students. Really excited to see what happens with those projects as we go forward. That wraps up our countdown for this month. For Bergen Community College, I'm Larry Levanka. We'll see you again with another countdown in December.